This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
We have bomber tickets. Over 30,000 tickets sold for Christmas in July on Friday night. Yeah. We posted the turkey burger. A lot of people checking out that video.
It was good.
You destroyed that, Vicki, I gotta say.
I really did. And you know what? It's huge, by the way. And the spices in it, I love stovetop stuffing, and it's like those kind of spices mixed in. I wasn't expecting much because I'm kind of like you, Joe. I don't love food mixing, especially like that Christmas dinner food. Mm-hmm. But they just perfectly orchestrated this one.
I still think to the day Swanson came up with, I think it was them, that invented that tin plate that had the separation. For their frozen
TV
dinners,
yeah.
TV dinners.
Prison uses it too, I think. I've never been.
You know what?
When I watch movies.
I've heard.
When I watch the prison movies, they've all got those little aluminum plates
That's right.
with the dividers.
Those lunch trays.
Yeah, and why is it in those movies, it's always the same slop? Like, you know what I mean? And the guy plops it onto the plate. I'll tell you, that alone should make you want to stay out of prison. Never mind the other reasons.
And every one of those movies, the guy serving the food is just an a-hole, and he slops it all over the place. Get used to it.
But they're following the regulations. They're still wearing the hairnet.
They are.
If they're serving the food. Everything else is criminal.
I found a hair in my slop. You don't never hear that.
You do not hear that, Vicki.
And this is so good because, Joe, because you are so adamant about not mixing food, I think it was last year at the Outlet Collection Mall.
I had 3 different people bring me different trays
for Christmas.
to use for Christmas.
When we were on location.
Yeah, I've never had a bad holiday since.
All that food is separated forever now. Forever.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Got something to say?
Okay, I'll say it.
Well, you should probably call the Bone Phone and let her rip.
It actually feels nice to finally say it out loud.
780-BONE.
Hi, my name's Joe. I'm just listening to Spoon Man by Soundgarden. And a little history, the Spoon Man used to come and play at the Folk Fest back in the late 70s and early 80s. Maybe that's interesting fact. Take care. Bye.
It most certainly is an interesting fact.
Hard to get a ticket for that event over the last few years, and I still remember a few years back they were having a hard time surviving.
Yeah, and I think this was their first sellout ever this past year, wasn't it?
Last year there was their 50th, so they sold out last year too. So yeah, they're on a 2-year run, I guess, Vic.
And the Spoon Man that the song was about was that Folk Fest back in the day.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Fun facts. I love that.
Did he play the spoons? Was that
I wasn't there.
I'm guessing.
I'm going.
No?
No, I wasn't at that. I didn't see him perform.
I'm only guessing. If it was the Forks, that would have thrown everybody for a loop. What kind of name is Spoon Man? You guys playing the forks and the knives. What is this?
Okay, I don't know if it's been in the news. Has there been something in the news about getting tickets for not cutting your grass?
Ooh, that I don't know. But
unkept yards, you can get fined for that.
it's kind of an ever-going thing, right?
Yeah, I was just wondering if that's what prompted this call here.
I find it entertaining. City of Winnipeg wants to walk around and hand out fines, yet you go by Elmwood School and you go by the crosswalk, not the lit one, the black and white one there that has no lights and just a little sign, and there's 3 feet of grass next to it. That's not a correctly marked crosswalk. That's not a correctly visible crosswalk. So a kid on a scooter can easily hide behind that grass. But according to City of Winnipeg, you should be able to see that little kid hiding behind the grass, even though they don't properly maintain anything. You go down Raleigh, and there are several feet of just weeds. But that's okay, right? Because it's City of Winnipeg. But if this was anybody else, there'd be big tickets to be had.
So sounds like a plea to get some of that city grass cut, boulevards and such,
and throwing in the fact that we have to keep our boulevards in front of our houses cut.
Yeah.
So do the same.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Vicki had a mosquito in her vehicle last week, so this guy can relate. He can't stand it when he gets flies in the vehicle.
You know what? The most annoyingest thing ever in driving? Goddamn flies. I let one out through the window, 5 more come back in. I will end your life, fly. Mother Oh, have a good day, guys.
That scared me
Well,
for a
flies, flies are tough.
Oh, they're
'Cause
just
they-
annoying.
Yeah, they just start hitting every part of that glass. You can hear them hitting the glass. They buzz and they're looking around and they got a chance to get out because you put all 4 windows down in
Yeah.
your vehicle.
And they can't
still-
seem to find it.
Yeah.
And they're fast. Like you try to kill a housefly in your house, like and try to track it down, and you think you have it, and then they're usually around your windows. But
Yeah.
man, they can turn on a dime quick.
And then they get to the end of their life and you'll see one like land on you and then you kill it and you go, "Whew, I got to fly," because they're hard to kill. And then you realize that this one was on their last breath anyway. And it kind of takes away from the win. It really does. It's like,
Totally.
I thought I had great reactions still. No.
That fly's all washed up, can't move anymore. Christmas in July at the Bomber game on Friday. And we sampled some great food yesterday that the Bombers brought down here. Turkey burgers?
Yeah, the Christmas dinner burger.
Yeah. Okay, you got a call here.
Good morning to the 3 baddest asses in the radio station today. This is for Santa Claus. When Santa Claus sticks his fat ass down that chimney Friday night at the Bomber House, he's going to find the grinchiest Bomber fans on this side of the West. Woo! Let's go, Bombers!
Well, if you plan on wearing your Santa suit out of respect to Santa for Friday night, mix of sun and cloud, 29 for a high, not a bad low, 17.
Here's what you do. You take that Santa suit, you cut the sleeves off.
Yeah, it's a good
Maybe
look.
cut it into shorts and have kind of a summer look.
Yeah.
You can't wear those big black boots like Santa used to wear. It'll be too hot. Yeah.
Sandals is fine.
Flip-flops.
Yeah.
I'm sure Santa owns a pair of flip-flops.
I'm going to suggest if you're looking for Santa that night, they'll probably be at the Rum Hut. Then they will be in a seat.
Okay, let's wrap with Motorhead Guy. Wants to talk about, I want to say it's a public bathroom, public toilet.
Hey, Philly Joe and Vicky's Motorhead Guy. So I'm sitting at Tim Hortons on Kenniston across from Trans-Canada Brewing Company. And I go there in the morning to, take a dump and stuff after going to the scrapyard. And I swear to God, I'm sitting on the toilet. This thing, flushed, 4 or 5 times while I was sitting on it. But then as soon as I get off of it, it doesn't flush. And it's like, you flushed 5 courtesy flushes when you didn't even need to. Then when I actually get up, you don't flush? What the is going on here? Isn't this toilet supposed to be water saving and all that stuff? And no, I wasn't on there for 15 minutes. I was only there for maybe 5 or 7.
So a smart toilet. Aren't they motion censored?
I think they are. So you got to sit back down and then get up again and maybe it'll go.
I don't like the motion censored toilets. I prefer the old school handle.
Same. Sometimes they'll have a button though.
There's buttons.
But it can be hard to find.
I'm guessing Motorhead Guy didn't tell one of the staff about it, so we'll call the owners. They're a franchise. We'll get a hold of the owner for you.
We'll look into this
Let 'em
problem.
know.
They'll be honored that that's where you
Hello.
choose to go.
A friend of ours, this is his special dumping ground right here.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Boston Pizza text line from Andrew, the tile guy, says, listen, if Motorhead Guy was wearing any reflective clothing, it likely set off the sensor easier, or the sensor is just not calibrated properly. Of course, we're talking about the Tim Hortons bathroom. Motorhead Guy likes to go there after he's at the scrapyard and do his business.
I know the owners of that location. I'm going to get a hold of them.
Should go there today.
I'll go by there for sure. I'll tell you what, if Manitoba Hydro's listening, there's a sweep of streetlights that have not been working for about a week.
On Grant?
No, on Kenniston, right going south before Rothwell, which is the street that he was talking about. So right in front of that Tim's,
Dark.
the streetlights are very dark. Yeah, there's a whole fleet of them.
Are you
that
saying
isn't on.
that affected the toilet?
Well, I'm thinking maybe Motorhead put it all out.
The flushing, it's too much.
Yeah.
So he says he's sitting there, and it's just flushing on its own during.
That can be scary.
Yeah, that's an interesting take, though, that the reflective vest is setting it off in an unnatural way.
Could very well be. I wouldn't know.
You mentioned, Vicky, the buttons you can't find on the toilet.
Usually they're like a little black rubbery one. I don't know.
Who came up with that idea?
It's terrible. Like, why can't you just make it known?
Why
Put a sign there. Put a label on it.
We can't the handle. You can't have that.
Yeah.
It's got to be hidden. That makes the toilet look more slick.
And especially in a number 2 situation, you want that taken care of.
Courtesy.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the courtesy flush. So I've got to know where it is. It's got to be. I can't be digging around there. Looking for it.
Without putting your shoulder out nowadays, too. Like,
I got to ask staff, hey, excuse me, I can't find the handle on that. Your pants are around your ankles.
Rotator cuff surgery. What happened?
Although, you know what I don't miss is I don't like the ones that have the lever, like the metal lever that you push down.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's always like wet with condensation.
Yes,
you know what I'm talking about? Oh, it's gross.
Feels sick. Like you think it might be the last person who used its hand.
I don't know. I just don't want that kind of wetness in that situation.
You'd rather have this automatic bidet feel going on 4 times before you're done.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast. Here's what's trending
with Philly Joe and Vicky.
Few things today. Snoop Dogg's biopic is coming to theaters August 6th of next year. It'll be directed by Craig Brewer. He directed Song Sung Blue and Hustle and Flow. And I don't know if you're familiar with, I think it's a show, Outer Banks. Jonathan Davis is going to play Snoop.
I will say this, because we know the character so well of Snoop, over all the years and the jokes and the whole routine, I'm quite interested to see if they really peel back the curtain here and let us know about the human, the guy that and how he became this character, because he's a very savvy, smart business person and reinvented himself.
And he's kind of silly and what's the tone of that movie going to be? I wonder.
That's what I mean. I don't need more of the, hey, let's get high. I want to know the guy.
Yeah.
I hope it shows us that. That'd be cool.
They touched a little bit on his young career in Straight Outta Compton and his relationship with Suge Knight, and I assume there'll be a bit of Suge Knight, someone in the movie.
Yeah, some of that East Coast, West Coast stuff.
Yeah,
that's right. I'm looking forward to it. I will definitely check that out.
Me too. There's also a RoboCop TV series that's gotten the green light at Amazon Prime. You guys like RoboCop, the movie, right?
Or there will be trouble.
Does that movie hold up?
I did at Town Cinema 8 when I saw it.
Well, they brought it back with Michael Keaton, I think, was in it. Like, they've already had a reboot of it.
Interesting. I didn't hear about that. The Avengers Doomsday trailer, we were talking about it yesterday. It hit 503 million views in one day. That makes it the second biggest launch in history after Spider-Man Brand New Day. So that's pretty crazy. That's up on our Facebook page if you didn't get to see it.
Vicki Von Doom. If you missed that from yesterday.
Yeah.
Just waiting for my phone call. Mm-hmm. And speaking of record-breaking, Spain's World Cup win was the most watched soccer telecast in U.S. TV history. I mean, it's the U.S., so that's not hard to break, I would imagine.
30 million in Canada.
I was going to say, for sure. It was huge. In Spain, about 87.1% of their population was watching that game.
But for the numbers here in North America, it's exactly what FIFA was hoping for, to grow the game in this part of the world, and it obviously was a success, man. It'll be hard to match up the times now when they get to Morocco, Spain, and France for the next one in 4 years.
Oh, yeah. We'll be watching those in the morning.
Could be. They're about a 7-hour difference, right?
Oh, boy.
All right, that's it, Vicky. That's Scrollin.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
The greatest front man in the history of rock and roll, Ozzy Osbourne. Remember the first time I heard of Ozzy? That sound was raw power.
Jack Black, one of the many, last year when it happened, the tributes. I mean, Jack Black's huge fan of Ozzy, all things Black Sabbath. And today, a great day to talk about Ozzy Osbourne. 1 year ago today, he passed away at the age of 76.
I would agree with exactly what Jack Black said. It was just that power that you heard. I still remember the first time. We, a bunch of us were getting together in the West End there, and one of our buddies had an Ozzy album right? Like when he went solo. What was it? Blizzard of Oz? Was that his first solo album?
I believe so.
It could have been. Anyway, it was just like something, and Randy Rhoads like on guitar, and my buddy was just freaking out trying to pick up his guitar and play along, right? It was just memories. I mean, we knew Black Sabbath, but the way it ended with Ozzy, nobody thought Ozzy was going to have the career he did on his own, just because he was a mess. He had the charisma and everything else, but
and the longevity in popular culture too. The
show and
nobody
everything else.
saw that reality show coming. That's for sure, and it became one of the biggest things ever.
Everybody knows who Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, the generations that he covered. It's just crazy.
It didn't start out that way, right? Frontman for Black Sabbath, kick-ass frontman, all that stuff. But yes, as time went on, he became so much more than just an unbelievable frontman.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. And just a badass, a rock and roll badass at its finest.
And what a sense of humor, what a personality. Like,
even when he
you wouldn't
didn't
expect
know
that
he was being funny anymore.
One of a kind.
Yeah.
Absolutely one of a kind. And you're going to hear all kinds of tributes today right here on 92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station, like this one. We played it last year. It's an unbelievable tribute to the Prince of Darkness, who passed away 1 year ago today.
I don't know what music would be like if it weren't for the influence of Ozzy. It's everywhere.
He left one of the biggest rock bands in the world and became bigger.
The day I left Sabbath, I thought, what have I done? I've just blown the biggest thing of my life.
Everybody was wondering, what is Ozzy going to do? He's not in Sabbath anymore. And he comes out with these first two records, and they're f***ing amazing.
You heard all this new stuff that Ozzy was doing. It was just like a new era has arrived.
I'm a split personality. Ozzy Osbourne and John Osbourne is two different people. John Osbourne is talking to you now.
Osbourne has a reputation, real or not, for biting the heads off the bats.
I mean, I suppose in the spirit of rock and roll, I don't know. I didn't mean any harm to anyone apart from the bat the dog.
He's like a loose cannon. There's that kind of danger because rock and roll should be dangerous.
I think Ozzy's music is timeless. Gives me the chills. It's just perfect.
You could have been a better friend to me. Mama, I'm coming home.
Ozzy Osbourne's got a voice that is so distinctive. It doesn't matter what he's singing over, you know it's him. Ozzy is more fountain pen that William Shakespeare held. He's totally unique.
You play Ozzy's voice anywhere in the world and people go, that's the Prince of Darkness.
Ozzy's the godfather of metal. His legacy is so widespread.
His voice is his legacy.
After it's all said and done, I wouldn't change a f***ing thing.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast. Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJ and V into more ears.
Would You Rather Wednesday.
Brought to you by Expert Electric.
All right, here we go. Every Wednesday at this time, we play one of our favorite games. You can play along on the Boston Pizza text line, 762-555. Vicky, would you rather go around a bar and drink all the half-finished drinks or walk around a food court and eat all the half-eaten food?
Food court for sure. Yeah, there's not even a question. The drinks, I mean, talk about mixing alcohol. That's going to make you sick. There might be a cigarette butt floating in something. And there's more food that I like than alcohol, so definitely not.
Okay. Jojo?
I was at first leaning towards the alcohol because that'll kill off anybody else's germs. But then I figured food you can eat around. If that's, you know what I mean? If it's grossing you out that you're eating somebody else's food, you can eat around that. I don't have to bite the burger where they bit, right? So I'm going to go with the food too because you need food to live, so...
And there can be some barely touched food on those plates.
Yeah.
You're going to get
Not
a variety.
all the fries.
It's in a food court. You're going to get a half a plate of Chinese food, probably some Mexi fries. There's a lot of taco times at food courts.
I love food court Chinese food.
I'm glad that you went right
good.
to Mexi fries as your second food option. That's so good.
I love Mexi fries.
Can't stop.
Would you rather, Vicky, be challenged to a duel by a master samurai or have to outdraw a legendary Wild West gunslinger? So like Billy the Kid or something like that.
Gosh, that's tough because both could be lethal.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have a better shot at shooting a gun than wielding a sword.
Yeah.
Especially next to a samurai.
Samurai feels like, he's going to make quick work of you.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a misfire with the outlaw, Billy the Kid or whatever.
Yeah. I'm going to turn around and flash him and distract him and then shoot him.
Vicky?
That's my...
Good plan. I like
you.
that. Suddenly a lot of people want to have a gunfight with you.
Only with him.
Nice. Thanks for taking my idea. I was going to flash him and he go, what the hell's he doing? And then shoot him.
Joe's got nothing. No.
Confusion is a distraction too.
I got nothing. No, well, the samurai thing can't happen. You get to a certain age, your shoulders start bothering you. I'm not lifting yielding some sword.
Yeah.
Or is it wielding?
Wielding.
Wielding.
Yeah.
Wielding. Yielding would be slowing down.
It's in traffic.
I think I've already yielded.
So you're going with the gun.
Oh, yeah.
The
You
gun
got to go
fight.
with the gun.
Okay.
You might have a shot.
Make sure you flash him, Joe. Would you rather communicate completely by fax machine, Vicky? Or communicate completely by pager and payphone? So page Vicky so she can run out to the payphone and call us back.
Probably pager or payphone because there's probably more of that than there are fax machines. I still haven't to this day learned how to use a fax machine and probably never will. And payphones I've used.
That's how we used to get requests at the radio station way back in the early days of radio. Go check the fax machine, see if we got any song requests.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Fax.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I had nothing but troubles with fax machines because you go, the noises they'd have to make. You couldn't tell if your fax actually went through until about 8 minutes later. There was no time efficiency with a fax machine. Even had one at home. You plugged it into the old phone line, right? And you'd get these noises in the middle of the night, who's faxing? So anyway, too many nightmares with a fax machine. Not that I really want to put my mouth anywhere near a receiver at a payphone if you can actually find one. But I do respect the pager system. I knew a lot of young entrepreneurs back in the day that had pagers.
Oh, yeah.
That was a real status symbol back in the day, wasn't it? Yeah.
Clearly.
I'm going to go with that technology.
An accomplished drug dealer. All right, let's wrap with this one. Would you rather, Vicky, try to calm a stampede of wild elephants headed towards a village? Or diffuse a political protest in a foreign city without speaking the local language?
Ooh, might have to go with the elephants.
They won't even see you.
No one can blame me if I fail there.
That's right.
I will tell you this. Someone was telling me how ferocious and mean elephants can be. They were on an African safari and found out they're not as docile as people think if they're upset.
They're not playing
right?
games.
They're not playing games.
Yeah.
Where at least in a foreign country I can swear in English and make my way
Joe,
through.
you are I could see Joe making both sides get along. You are a good talker.
Yeah.
The other option is you get up there and you flash those people too, maybe to diffuse the situation.
Peace.
Flashing works.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Bomber tickets. Friday night football at Princess Auto Stadium, Calgary in town. Win a set right now, 780 City.
Well on our way to a sellout, by the way. Over 30,000 tickets already sold. This is the most common thing people procrastinate about replacing. The most common thing people procrastinate about replacing.
Their pager.
Fax machine.
780 City, good morning. You're on the air. Go ahead with your guess for Bomber tickets this morning.
Good morning. I'm going to need Vicky's help this morning.
I'm going to go with my first instinct, and that's their phone. So expensive, and it's not working as well, but,
Good answer, but nope.
A lot of time you'll get the reminders. It's like you're leasing the phone now. Hey, you're due to trade it in.
Yeah. Or it just doesn't hold any battery. It just isn't as good as it used to be.
That's what I found.
Yeah.
You get to a certain point of annoyance with less battery strength that you have no choice.
Yeah.
That's very true. Good morning. Completely useless question. You're on the air.
I would say mattresses.
Ah.
Ooh, great one.
Great answer. No. But Vicki was offering up a great deal for back to school with Sleep Country.
25%
25% off.
That puts a good dent in a mattress.
Yeah, I wasn't even planning on going to back to school, but if it gets me that kind of discount.
Joe's registered.
I might lie to them. When I get there, I said, I'm going back to school. But
grade 12.
Just go in with a backpack.
You gotta go. It's been a grind, but I'm going to finish grade 12 this year. 204-780-CITY, 780-2484. Go ahead.
What was the question again, sorry?
This is the most common thing people procrastinate about replacing.
I'll go for some help on this one.
Philly, Vicky, or the text line?
Go Philly.
Let's go with something around the house, I'm thinking, Joe.
Yeah.
Something around
that would have
the
been my
house.
clue.
Yeah. Okay. The batteries in the smoke detector, which you should be doing.
No. No.
Sorry,
Usually, most people wait till they start beeping with annoyance.
Yeah. You're supposed to do it like the daylight saving days,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
That might be changing too, right?
That's right.
Ours is too close to the kitchen, if I'm being honest. It goes off every time.
Yeah, you're
Like
waving the dish towel.
Yes.
Sure.
Open the oven, it goes off. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm going to need some help. Vicky?
What about the windows in the house? That's an expensive job.
No.
Sorry about
I'm going to say this. This is in the house. It's not that expensive.
Oh.
You just think that, it can,
Another
it's
day.
not something you remind yourself of. Like, you're probably not making a note on the calendar on when to change. My wife does. She makes a note about this, so she knoes exactly on the calendar.
Good for her.
The way I know Christy, I think,
she's organized. She's organized.
That doesn't
I
help
would
me at
never
all.
remember.
No way. Hello, City.
Hey, Philly, help me out, please, buddy.
The furnace filter.
Is that it?
Air filters
I was
for the
thinking that
furnace.
too. Nice.
Fourth
No way.
lifeline. Wow.
Woo.
The most
Red Dragon for the win.
Yeah, and
Good work.
it's not an expense thing either, right?
No.
It's just one of those things. How often are you thinking about changing the air filter?
You're not looking at it.
Right.
Yeah. Good on her for setting those
Oh, yeah.
reminders because I always forget.
And we have because ours is relatively new, we're on a maintenance plan where part of our package they come by and look at it. And it's one of the first things they always ask us. Have you been keeping an eye on the filter?
And you lie.
Of course I have.
I write the date that I put it in on mine, and I had some guy
Yes.
coming to look, and I scratched it out.
That's good.
A best before date for your
Yeah,
air
I was
filter.
just ashamed.
It was like 2012.
Yeah.
Who's this?
That's Ryan.
Ryan, congratulations, man. You got the tickets. You're going to the Bomber game.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
The Philly, Joe, and Vicky podcast.
Boston Pizza text line, fax machine still used in a lot of medical and legal fields. Secure information transfer. A fax machine is considered a secure information transfer.
I guess so. I would think isn't it kind of easy to send it to the wrong person? But I guess, I don't know how many fax machines are out there to be sent to. So sure.
Mine, I haven't, mine at home. I don't get anybody's medical information when,
No?
and
And you've been waiting for it.
I have been. I was
Just hoping.
hoping a doctor's office will accidentally send me a prescription.
It's interesting, though, isn't it, that you would think they'd come up with another secure way at this point, like email. You've had people hack emails and everything else before, but
I guess any other option would have to be online, and anything online is susceptible no matter what.
had to mail documents before.
The personal documents?
Yeah, to a hospital.
Well, yeah. Like when you turn 50, you got to poop in the envelope and you dump that back in the mail.
It's hard to do by fax.
You had to say dump back in.
Hey, it's hard to do by fax, that one anyway. Last time I checked, I don't think it'll make it through the fax
Really
machine.
gums up the works. Yeah.
I tried. It doesn't work.
No.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Guess what was on the guide last night, Vicky Shea?
What?
This was on the guide last night.
It was a top secret government project.
Pack them in ice.
All of them. Designed to create the perfect soldier.
No man would ever again have to die in the service of his country.
Cryogenically preserved.
Okay, guys. Memory clearance.
Genetically enhanced.
How's the picture?
Pretty ugly.
Very funny. Very funny.
programmed to obey.
They're at the tower. Okay, here we go.
The Universal Soldier genetically enhanced. I couldn't believe my eyes. Of all things to show up on my guide last night.
And that happened to be the winner of our survey yesterday. We put it up on our Facebook page, trying to figure out which Jean-Claude Van Damme movie I should watch. We put it out to the listeners, and by a pretty big margin, they picked Universal Soldier.
And you missed it? I didn't know it was on the guide last night.
I would have.
Damn, I had time too last night.
I should have sent you guys a text message.
Yeah.
Guys, look what's on. Dolph Lundgren's in this. He's the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's everything. I remember it because I watched it. I had to pop it on. It was only I only caught the back half. There is a great fight scene to wrap up the movie, Vicky. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's a great fight scene.
Does he do the splits in this one?
I think he did the splits in almost every movie. That's like his intimidation move.
Yeah.
Like he jumps in the air. It's all a part of a kick or something.
If you can do it, you got it. Actually, I just saw a picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger doing the splits.
What?
Talking
Arnie?
about how flexibility is important. He's still keeping up.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think
Big
I've ever,
legs.
I've
Yeah, he
ever
does.
seen him do that.
Who knew that he was so flexible?
Van Damme also does. Sorry, Joe also does these kicks, Vicky. Just to warn you, because it's going to be a lot to take in. He does these. They do this. These special effects where his kick goes forward, backward, and then it just
like whip-like.
Wow.
like they just keep
Like he's slapping someone with his
yes.
foot? That's a great move.
Repetitively.
Yeah. Well,
Like you would do
sure.
with a slap with your hand, he can do it with his feet.
Imagine that like core control that you would need for that.
It's incredible. The man's he was as big. I'll tell you what. All joking aside, as far as action stars go, he was as big as there was back in the day.
Is he your top choice?
No.
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 Who would be the top of yours?
But he never played a bad guy either, ever, did he? in
Always
his
the
career?
good guy. Yeah. Well, I hate saying this because he's a total goofball nowadays, but Steven Seagal was my guy.
Yeah.
Along with Arnie, back when I was just nothing but action movies back in the day.
Yeah. I'd
Those
go
two.
Arnold.
Chuck
Yeah.
Norris in there as well.
Joe?
Some great
Yeah,
ones.
I'd throw all four of those guys in there. Stallone to a certain extent, right, with the Rambo stuff, and he did a couple of cop movies too. But yeah, Arnie, I think overall. But those other guys were all in one little grouping for me, right? Like Van Damme, Seagal, and Chuck Norris. There was just a run of those movies, but like some of those guys, it was like they'd make 12 movies a year. Once a month, I'd be going to the theater.
Yeah.
Right?
And the
Like-
plots were pretty similar, I
and
would imagine.
Well, the titles were similar.
Yeah.
Hard Target, Hard to Kill.
Yeah, see?
Out for
Double
Justice.
Impact,
Yeah.
Double Team, yeah.
Van Damme was a bad guy, but in the Expendables, that was sort of like the Hall of Fame group, right?
was the
that they
comeback.
put together, yeah.
It's too bad because I think he would make an excellent bad guy.
So all this came up, just in case you're wondering, yesterday on the show. Van Damme came up, and you've never seen a Van Damme movie, so we kind of landed on you're going to have to see one.
Okay, I'm going to watch one next week. I don't have time this week, but...
This weekend? Tomorrow?
Well, next week.
Next week? So not this week or this weekend, next week.
That's right.
Oh, see, somebody brought up Charles Bronson. He was one of my all-time favorites, too.
Death Wish? Is that his
Which one?
claim to
1, 2,
fame?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I
8,
like
9,
12.
10, 12, 14, 18.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast. Here's what we learned today with Philly Joe and Vicky.
We need a winner, Joe. Rockin' the Fields passes, and we played What Came First.
Jay has won a pair of day passes to Rockin' the Fields. February 26, 1988, Bloodsport, featuring Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Nice one, Phil.
Above the Law, Steven Seagal, April 8th, 1988. And that was always a conversation because Van Damme had his fans and so did Seagal. And both were yelling phony at the other guy. It was pretty interesting.
Above the Law was way better.
A movie, yeah, it got like
was a
60%, I think.
Better.
on
It
it.
was a decent movie. It's one of Seagal's best movies. He wipes out, physically wipes out an entire bar in that movie.
All with hyperextension moves,
He
Vicky.
fought,
Hyperextension.
Like he'd take your arm and snap it the other way from the elbow. And I swear to God, I think that's when I first learned what cringing was all about.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to watch.
His moves back in the day. Ozzy passed away 1 year ago today. We've been, you're going to 92.1 City, you're going to hear all kinds of Ozzy stuff throughout the day.
Yeah.
Lots of music and lots of Sabbath and Ozzy to remember him.
Can't believe it's been a year.
Yeah, that's coming up a few times on the text line. Like,
Yeah.
wow. 76 years old. Sensor-activated toilets, unreliable, according to a caller on the bone phone, Motorhead guy.
I think they can be, certainly. Sometimes they're too active. Sometimes they're not active enough.
Yeah, the only thing active when I'm sitting on the toilet should be my bowels. I don't need...
Yeah, there's enough stress. Why do we need more stress now when you have a sit down?
Yeah.
Okay, the votes are in, and Vicki will be checking out Universal Soldier. Speaking of Van Damme versus Seagal, you put it up yesterday on the Facebook page when we realized you'd never seen a JVD movie.
No, thanks for everyone who voted. I'll take on that task, and we'll see what happens.
I loved when you said, too, well, not this week. I'm very busy this week. And it's like, this has not become a top priority.
No, nor should it be.
The movie's going nowhere.
She's going to see a movie a month for the next, it's just one movie.
It's not like I'm avoiding spoilers or anything.
Yeah, that's right. And finally, the number one thing people procrastinate about, or it's the most common thing people procrastinate about, is changing the furnace filter, Joe.
Yeah, in the house.
It's one of those things that's not in your face. It's easy to forget about.
I got to think it's less procrastination and more just, you completely forget about it.
Mm-hmm. Like, this needs to be done, what?
But Christy putting reminders in her phone, that's really smart. I should do that.
She's way
Keeps
beyond.
you in line.
Yeah. No, I have nothing to do with it. I go, where are you going? Downstairs, got to change the filter. My life is a television and what's going on around me, Phil, inside the house. I got 2 live streams going at the same time.
That's what we learned today.
The Philly Joe and Vicki Podcast.
For more Philly Joe and Vicki, lock it into 92.1 City, weekday morning 6 to 10.